Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Paul Weymouth and today we're going to do something a little bit different. So I am doing a challenge where I am basically reading a male author and a female author and switching between the two for the entire year. So for one male author, I'll read one female author. And so I decided to put all my female authors on one bookshelf, or two bookshelves, or three. And I realized, hey, let's go ahead and show all of the female authors that I own while I'm doing this. And you guys can just kind of see some of the books that I own and also see how pitiful my unread books are that are female. So I only have 44 unread female author books, but I have 150 unread male authors. So low key, I would love to read 100 books this year. So if that's the case, then these 44 female authors should be read this year, considering I am prioritizing my unread physical books. So the ratio I have right now is pretty bad. However, what I've found is the last few years I've been borrowing quite a few new books from the library that are written by women, and very few new books that have been written by men in the last 2 or 3 years. So what that tells me is, if I can read these 44 books that I own back here, then that means I can use the library to get more female authors, and that would be fantastic, and also allow me to use the library more instead of focusing on my TBR so much. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you the books here, and we'll see how it goes. So most of these, well, actually most of them are kind of new, but there's some that are used. First book we have is Dragon Prince by Melanie Ron. Now, last year and a few years ago, I went through a lot of books and got rid of sequels and third and fourth books of series that I haven't tried yet. They were all used. So a lot of these, I might have owned previous books, like books that are later in a series, but just got rid of them. So what might happen is, like, I might read that Melanie Ron book and love it, and then end up getting the rest of the books, and then, reading all of those. That'd be kind of cool. Okay, we have a couple Lewis McMaster Bujold books. We have Paladin of Souls and The Curse of Chalion. And I'm just going to throw them on the floor, but I showed them to you. We have a Connie Willis book, To Say Nothing of the Dog. I found this at some charity shop for like $1. That was a great find that day. Here's a couple newer books that I bought. These are the Le Guin short story and novella collections, The Lost and the Found, and the Unreal and the Real. I couldn't quite read the white. So those will definitely be in the rotation as I read one short story a day. We have Ada Palmer's To Like the Lightning. We have a duo here. We have Raymond E. Feist and Jeannie Wirtz. So I'm going to count that as female as well. And this is from his Rift War series. So I'm looking forward to reading those. I think those would be the next things that I would read after I finish the first series of that those books. We have the first book by Jeannie Wirtz in her series, The Curse of Myth's Wrath. This is volume 1 of the Wars of Light and Shadow. Okay, then we have some Le Guin books that I'll finally read this year, I promise. The Left Hand of Darkness, The Lathe of Heaven, the word for world is forest, and The Dispossessed. I really hope I like those because I might lose my science fiction card if I don't. Okay, then we have some Emma Newman books. We have the first 3 books in the Split World series. This is Between Two Thorns. One of these is next. I don't know which one. Any Other Home. Is that what it says? Any Other Name. I got these from an amazing friend that sent them to me after she got finished with them. All Is Fair. So, and then we have Before Mars and After Atlas. And I can't imagine if I did read these, I'd probably read the other one too, and probably borrow the other one from the library. Alright, we have Written in Red by Anne Bishop. Down Below Station by C.J. Cherry. The Court of Broken Knives by Anna Smith Spark. Wicked Wonders by Ellen Klages. It's a collection of her short fiction. Among Others by Joe Walton. The Shadowed Sun by N.K. Jemisin. To Ride Hell's Chasm by Janie Wirtz. Range of Ghosts by Elizabeth Bear. Kushal's Dart by Jacqueline Carey. I actually got rid of like 2 other sequels from that series. Watch me love this series and then be like, oh, I can't believe I got rid of those books. The Sparrow by Mary Doria Russell. We got here. This is basically BookTube's influence on me the last like few years, are all these books. Luck in the Shadows by Lynn Flew-Welling. Honestly, if it wasn't for BookTube, I probably would not know any of these authors, and I probably would not even think about reading a lot of them. Like straight up, BookTube has done 2 things. It has diversified my reading, and it has made me realize that there are more to fantasy and science fiction than the 10 male authors that are being talked about the most on like R Fantasy or on certain websites. Though R Fantasy has gotten a lot better over the last few years, being more diverse. Dagger Spell by Catherine Kerr. And honestly, it's made me a better person. BookTube has made me a better person. Komar by Louis McMaster Bujold. The Warrior's Apprentice by Louis McMaster Bujold. And then Connie Willis's Doomsday Book. Like, I probably would never have heard of Connie Willis if it wasn't for BookTube. There'd be no way. And honestly, I wouldn't even have heard of the Hugos. I would have known it was an award, but I wouldn't have really cared until I met people that cared about it on BookTube. Sherwood Smith, The Fox. I'll probably have to reread in Charlie Jane Anders, 6 Months, 3 Days, 5 Others. That short story is so good. Octavia Butler, Seed to Harvest. I think this has 3. Yeah, it contains Wild Seed, Mind of My Seed, Clay's Ark, and Pattern Master. Kindred is one of my favorite books by her. Michelle Baker, Imposter Syndrome. Claire North, The End of the Day. This is one of my favorite covers. I wish that little sticker wasn't there, but I love this cover. Like whoever designed that should get a raise. And then two more Sherwood Smith books, King's Shield and Treason's Shore. I'm looking forward to getting back into the Indo world soon. So those are all my unread physical books that are written by women. I probably have a lot more ebooks that are written by women, but those are all my physical books. So the plan really is to read a male author, read a female author, and if everything goes accordingly, I should have all these books read by the end of the year, right? Yeah, because everything goes the way we plan. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know what your ratio is of unread books as far as male to female ratio. Maybe even your read books. It was really eye-opening to know that only a fourth of my unread books, physical books, are written by women. So that's something. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching. As I reach awkwardly and turn it off.